Hello and welcome back to another episode of our sponsored series, In the Spotlight. I'm Jordan O'Brien, Managing Editor of Data Center Review and Electrical Review. Today, I'm pleased to be joined by John Kreyling, Managing Director of Centiel UK. Welcome, John, and thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us today. As there's only 10 minutes on the clock, shall we get started? Firstly, tell me about Centiel as a company. What do you do and what makes the company stand out?
Yeah, hi, thanks, Jordan. So Centiel is a UPS technology company where their global HQ is based in Lugano, over in Switzerland. We design and manufacture a range of uninterruptible power supplies, and we're particularly known for our modular UPSs, or fourth, fifth generation modular UPS. We have 8 subsidiaries, international subsidiaries around the world, including the UK. We have now over 90 local partners supporting our customers and working across 50 countries. What makes Centiel stand out is our design and technology. We produce the most innovative UPSs on the market, and that is what we use to solve customer challenges, fundamentally, is the design. And then we work with partnerships of our customers. We listen to their needs and we can tailor a UPS solution really to suit them. So we're not offering standard products to a certain extent. We could, listen to their needs and bespokely design something that fits their requirements.
Speaking of customer challenges, what do you think are the great challenges your data center customers face, and how do you address these?
Yeah, so data center customers, they've lots of challenges at the moment. The demand is forever increasing. Technology is moving forward very quickly. With AI is a very topical subject at the moment. Yeah. And I think the challenge for data center operators is ensuring their infrastructure and their data center design is adequate for the technology that's coming to them. So they need to look at their existing infrastructure, what they need to do to upgrade it, whether they need to refurbish new data centers and future-proof. So us as a manufacturer of UPSs, we're part of that infrastructure, and we want to provide them with 30-year design life UPSs that can be very flexible. When they're invested in UPSs for the long term, that can change over time. So they need to be trusted that a UPS can change with their needs, really.
Yeah, it's almost like an investment for life, but
yes,
obviously a 30-year life rather than. With the continued expansion of the data center market and the speed of growth, lead times for product delivery has been an issue in the industry. Is that true from an industry perspective, and how does Centiel achieve such short lead times for delivery of your products?
Yeah, so it is a challenge. But it comes down to, as a manufacturer, a long-term vision. We look over the next 2 or 3 years in terms of manufacturing. And fundamentally, we have multiple supply chain partners that support the factory. And then we invest in stock. It's a simple thing, really. It's to do with investment into stock. We don't do just-in-time manufacturing where you're reliant on supply chain, being there all the time. So we take control of that, and we make the investment. So we can fulfill speed, quick lead times at speed and at scale because of that philosophy, really.
I think COVID really showed that just in time was precarious.
It was, absolutely. It did bite a few people.
I've seen in your marketing that your award-winning true modular UPS Stratus Power is AI ready. What does that mean, and how does it help data centers?
So AI loads that are connected to the UPS present a little bit of a challenge in terms that they're a lot more dynamic. They're not as constant as what more traditional loads have been in data centers. So by the fact that they're dynamic, they can have very high power surges, bursts of processing that can happen in very short spaces of time. So the UPS and the infrastructure needs to be able to handle that. So the Stratus UPS, where we say AI ready, is the fact that it goes back to the design. It goes back to the way that the 3-level inverter works. It's got physical isolation, and we designed it at 120% overload for continuous running. So we're not putting components in there that are stressing at their limits all the time. We're kind of oversizing it to a certain extent and really being able to cater for these kind of the dynamic loads that AI present.
And Data Center World is right around the corner in London. What are you planning to show at the show this year?
So our Stratus Power UPS is what we're going to be showing. That's what encompasses our design philosophy. We're going to focus a bit on total cost of ownership as well, and sustainability with our UPSs, considering the 30-year design life. The Stratus UPS doesn't need any consumable changes for 15 years, and it's extremely efficient, over 97% efficient. So we're obviously, with the demand, we still need to focus on costs, and we still need to focus on sustainability as well as a constant in our design. We also have the ultra compact Stratus frame being presented at Data Center World, which is a really small footprint UPS delivering a high amount of power. This is because we're seeing power pods, modular containerized solutions being used to facilitate data centers, and our UPS has got to fit within that. So the footprint is becoming key. So that's going to sort of demonstrate our flexibility really and what we can offer our customers in terms of the UPS.
You've touched a little bit about how the UPS of the future is being developed with the compact unit. And I've heard about energy hubs. What are these and how do they work?
So this is where the UPS is used to, for other modes of operation, if you like. So the UPS there is to protect the critical load as a big insurance policy. But this is where we're thinking about energy hubs. What else can the UPS do to sort of contribute towards what the data center customer needs? So we're looking at things like grid interaction with the UPS, where we backfeed the grid using the batteries. We can connect different technology of batteries to the UPS as well. And we have a system called a mode of operation called ePlex, which brings this energy hub solution together. So, the UPS is there and available to be used for other things, really, not just protecting the load.
I guess that's a potential additional revenue stream for customers as well. So
it is, and it's different in different regions as well. So it can be quite complicated, but as a manufacturer, we need to have that available for the customers.
Yeah, and finally, we're on to the final question. What's next for Centiel?
So Centiel, the factory always tells me that the technology dictates what is next. We have a very strong and passionate R&D department at Centiel, which leads the way, and it's important for us to innovate, and the quality of UPS is what moves us forward. So we have a full product range, which we're going to keep evolving with technology to solve these customer needs. And then we're also going to think about things that the data center clients want. So whether we can do more remote monitoring with the UPS, remote integration, where we can do things like predictive maintenance regarding monitoring. So seeing how we can then bring all other systems into play, working alongside the UPS to make it more user-friendly and give it a lot more visibility to the customer.
Thank you, John. Thank you for joining us. And thanks everyone else for watching. There will be more in the Spotlight videos from Data Center Review and Electrical Review coming soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it.